Hey everybody, back again here. I'm gonna throw up a quick little review of these of this Cthulhu RTA. I actually haven't seen many videos. There's not a whole lot of them out there for this. Now, from what I can see, all right, this was it's an authentic. I guess a Chinese-made authentic. If you go over to, all right, Cthulhu. If you Google Cthulhu RTA, it'll bring up their their website, and then from there you can see the retailers that they sell this out. Now this is the V1. All right, the V2 is right around the corner. I pre-ordered the V2. The V2 looks awesome. It's got like the build posts, like the Velocity RDA. So that should be pretty sweet. So stay tuned for that one. But so for the V1, comes in this plastic box. All right, everything in here. You get your extra O-rings, extra screws, your authenticity, query code. Like I said, this is apparently an authentic. All right, this cost me $29.99. Lyric Vapor Company.com was where I got it from. Okay, cthulumod.com, that's their website. You can't buy from them, but you can find authorized retailers in your different countries. They're in a bunch. So anywhere, check out their website, check out the V2, V1 still for sale. Okay, so that covers that. So now sitting here, I have all the parts. All right. Now, what interests me about this was the top filling feature. So it's kind of like, to me, like an Orchid and a K-Fun V4 smashed together, and this is what you get. All right, so it comes with this drip tip. All right, I believe it was this one. Is it stainless steel? I like little short ones, so I got this one in there. I can't get it out; it's stuck in there, so that's where it's going to stay. All right, so that's your top cap, your fill cap, your top cap, your screw that holds everything together. All right, that screws onto the chimney. I'll show you that. Your top tank section, your glass tank, your bottom tank section, your bottom portion of your chimney, your barrel, the chimney top, and the build deck. All right, and the airflow ring. I'll show you that too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wick this guy. I'm going to wick it up and show you how to put it together. And that should be it. You should get the whole thing. So if you see, you got 4-post design with the split block. All right, airflow in the middle. So you got to do the whole pain in the butt thing to get your build in the middle. But so I'm running dual 26 gauge, 8 wraps on each side, 2mm coils. All right. I'm using these smaller coils. It seems to be a little easier to get the cotton, keeping the cotton a little smaller to get down into these grooves. If you see, the juice grooves are pretty deep. All right, and they're pretty deep, which you put the barrel on. So I just get the cotton down right to about that level there. All right, uses these little hex grub screws. They are super tiny. I've already stripped out 2 of these. All right, with the Allen key. Good thing there's spares in the package, but these things are tiny. But other than that, it's pretty easy build. They stay tight. They don't back up. All right, airflow's pretty good. All right, okay, so let's wick this guy. I'm going to use this on my custom-made DNA 40 that I got here. Some of you may have seen this guy. I just finished this up recently. All right, show the inside. Single 18650, USB charging, Fat Daddy 510. All right, this is a Hammond. It doesn't say it on this one. A Hammond 1590G size, if you want to know that. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's wick this up. All right. So what I got here is just the Japanese cotton, organic Japanese cotton pads, Kojendo. All right. This is actually a little too thick still. I like to just put the scissors down on the end, give it a cut, Usually puts it right at the right spot. Let's see that. That'll do it. Okay. Now what I like to do, alright, just to keep this cotton a little thinner in here, is I actually like to cut this in half. Alright, you can see how bushy it is, so I'm going to cut it pretty much in half. Just like this. Just to thin it out a little bit. Makes it easier to get into the grooves. So we'll do that to all of them. Alright, so they sit it there. Now I'm using an 80 VG juice. Alright, so it's pretty thick. And overall, this has been my favorite, absolute favorite RDA, next to the Goblin Mini. The Goblin Minis, they're both up there, they're both tied. They have different applications. The Mini's cool, but it's a little, this holds about 5 mils of juice. So, that's nice, having a little bit more juice on there. Top fill is nice. The Goblin Mini has the screws. But overall, this is definitely one of my favorite RTAs at the moment. The flavor is just incredible. I can't figure out why the flavor on this is so much better than some of the other RTAs. All right, so I'm running this at this came out to about 0.3 ohms. All right, 29. Usually run this at 29 watts. All right, you can see that there. Cool. Alright, so the next step, we need to tuck this cotton down into these channels. Alright, I'm going to try to keep your threads clean. That's why cutting it down, cutting it thin helps in that, keeping everything nice and tight. Now once you get this thing wicked and running, it doesn't leak. It doesn't leak on the side, doesn't leak standing up. Once you get it wicked right, no problems. Alright, so there we go. And we'll go with the chimney. You see it's got a little, I guess the Cthulhu is like a octopus Greek thing, mystical something, I don't know. You can look for it. Alright. The chimney. Everything's kosher. Alright, so put the next chimney piece on. Okay. Next we're going to go with the bottom ring, alright, with the O-ring facing up. I'll tell you what, let's take this off of here. Alright, there we go. Alright, tank section. And your top piece, top tank section. And you want to make sure O-rings down. Obviously, make sure your O-rings are in there. And then we go with this this nut. I just hand tighten it. That's good enough. Alright, and we'll put the top cap on. See here, dry this off a little bit. Alright, so now the airflow ring. Now when I fill this, I like to put the airflow ring on and just, let's see, it goes one way. It's got a little cutout for the O-ring. I like to block up the air holes. Alright, now we're ready to fill. Now I just, pour it in the top, nice and simple. There's a couple holes, let it run through. Alright, that'll do it. I fill it up just so the juice comes up to the holes there. Alright, I catch a thread, turn it upside down, let all the juice run to the bottom. Alright, and finish up tightening this on. That just helps from flooding it out, or whatever the case. Flip it over, set your airflow. Now airflow's loose and tight at the same time. I think it's got perfect resistance once you get a little juice in there. Alright, so I run this full open. And there you go. Like I said, this has got great flavor. Top fill's pretty nice. Now it also came, and here's pretty much my only con. It comes with this bottom screw here. Now this is also a fill screw. You could fill through the bottom. But when I got it, it wouldn't screw all the way in. It was sticking out a good ways. I mean, and it wouldn't, every time I screwed it on something, it was all cockeyed and stuff, and it was completely ridiculous. So I actually just ground it down, because it has the top fill option, I didn't really need this anyway. So I ground it down flat, got rid of that, and we're all good to go. Lucky it vapes good, because that's a total pain. It was a total pain, but there we go. So yeah, check it out. Cthulhu RTA, pretty cheap. You can get, it's an authentic. There are clones out there, but go through their retailers or get the authentic. And for 30 bucks, awesome vape. Awesome vape. Now also, I just want to also throw out there, when I first got it, I actually cracked the tank myself trying to screw that screw in. Again, another little flaw there. But again, I broke it myself. So I ordered replacement glasses from Lyric Vapor Company. They have them too. Alright, but in the meantime there, I actually prefer to run this tank. This is just a simple K-Fun clear tank. And, you take off the bottoms, the whole tank setup. This top cap threads on, and the tank threads right on, and it works. I like it because, plastic doesn't crack if you're using a juice that won't crack plastic. Hey, check it out. It's an option. So, if you break the glass, it's a backup option, Alright, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.